Hello, and welcome to the Billowing Hilltop podcast. Lucas here, who runs Parker the Monk, if it is the real Parker. We had to give Mike the week off to recover from the immense strain of writing the submarine rules this week. So, it's up to me to tell you that we would love to hear from you on social media, or you can email us on hello@billowinghilltop.com. And, of course, we would really appreciate a rating or a review on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to us. So, without any more ado, let's get on with episode 130, Medicated Follower of Fashion.
This is a complicated adventure.
Yeah.
It's
this book, you mean? Or
Anything where you've got sandboxy, where you can kind of go around different places in a different order. Yeah, it's tricky.
Yeah, Poacher's like that.
What you want in this, you want a flowchart.
Yeah.
Like who's who.
Yeah.
And what you need to know and how that affects what you know when you get to another place.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you
and
know
the sequence around which you can move around the various clues.
Precisely.
You need a sort of relationship matrix thing, like they have for things like soap operas and stuff. So you have every character cross-referenced against every other character and event so that you can...
To be honest, I should have done that myself. And actually the exercise of doing something like that for myself would have completely nailed all of the ideas in my head, right?
Yeah.
But I just haven't had time. So fuck it. Instead, I have to come up with names like Sergeant Potato. I was just listening back. Sergeant Potato and Jane Airport. You're like, okay, Mike, maybe you should have done a bit more prep. Right.
Sergeant Potato is still funny. Jane Airport is also quite funny.
Jane Airport. It's so random as well.
Yeah.
I was listening back to it, but I was making some toast this morning. Jane Airport will help you with your bag. Where the fuck does that come from? Anyway. Where were we? Yes. Good evening, everyone. Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm here with Paul. I'm here with everyone. Paul and Lucas.
Hello.
Master of Spider Science. The corpulent form of Johnny.
Good
It's
evening.
a specially adapted high chair. We are rejoined by, from his pool of shadow, the mysterious Graham. Golden furry, lovely form of Dan, who, during awards season, we are delighted to tell you, is the possessor of 2 Golden Globes. That's. Can we have a session where we just get started and we don't talk about games?
Yeah.
Right.
Games?
No.
Very quick recap. Shall I roll the dice?
More dice.
Roll the dice.
What, and then tell us the
Okay.
recap?
Well, I'll have.
You'll
I'll end
recap
up
the
doing
recap
so.
anyway.
Yeah, I always do anyway.
Break the recap.
Mm-hmm. Going around the table, delivering our recap at the beginning of this very session is Graham.
Excellent. So I think in the last thrilling episode, we arrived on... Didn't we arrive on
The harbour.
the harbour on Royal Island, Frostanger, which actually doesn't appear to be an island. It seems to be more like a sort of peninsula.
Yeah.
And amazingly, we managed to get ourselves on the wrong side of the dockmaster by speaking.
Yep.
But eventually
Sergeant Potato.
recovered from that faux pas and found our way to an inn, the Ogre's Hideout.
The Ogre's Hideout. Yes, that's correct.
And we learnt some rumours, and then we went looking for the Temple of Tonge.
Mm-hmm.
And underneath the Temple of Tonge, we encountered a shouty monster.
It screeched.
Yes, that's what I meant.
Let me give you a description of this creature.
That's a very succinct summary, Graham.
Amazing, isn't it?
It's very
Got
succinct.
very good memory.
Yeah. This creature was once probably a human. It's a twisted, feral, grey-skinned man, male, probably. Large, jagged fingernails, sharp teeth, red eyes, festering skin. Its body seems frail and emaciated, save for its belly, which is almost disturbingly round and full. The thing is wearing the tattered remnants of the once fine robes of a priest of Tonge. So the symbol of the great eye with the
So this is
flaming sun
Lacona.
corona around it. Is this what, sorry?
This is Lacona or whatever the person's called we're looking for.
Rorsk.
Rorsk, but yes.
No, sorry.
It looks like underneath those robes there may be some kind of chain shirt that looks, bearing in mind that the rest of this figure is so incredibly decayed and awful, and the robes are so decayed, the shirt looks in extremely good condition.
Okay. Elven chain?
This thing screeches at you. What would you like to do? Doesn't seem to be any effect from the screech.
Now,
it just looks
stop
like
that.
it's very cross for you to be there.
I'll say, now stop that. Are you Rorsk? How to throw the DM. Talk to the monster.
Yeah. It says,
Get away! Go away from here!
Why?
Leave me to my domain.
We seek knowledge. We seek the means to fight the Ebon Triad, and we think you might be able to help us. That's fairly on message.
Very good, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm
Remarkable.
impressed. Mm.
I remembered the words Ebon and Triad.
give me a...
Oh, God, this is where it all falls down. Yeah, on a roll of some sort.
In fact, I'm just checking the some sort of the roll. Wow. Somebody give me a charisma persuasion check.
Oh, that won't be me.
I think what we're going to do is we're going to say...
They do intimidation.
In the interests of some kind of
17.
verisimilitude. We aren't going to have all 5 of you individually try and think of something clever to say to this thing. Yeah?
Okay.
So you can either elect... I know you've made a roll, but we can go back to that.
24.
Dan. You could use assistant, so you could have it so that one of you or 2 of you back up the other.
Well, Graham and
Dan, I'm going to
that we
presume
elect
that you...
Graham's roll, that's already happened. I vote for Graham's roll. That's just happened.
Yeah, I'm going to use my role to assist Graham.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, so giving him +2. So that's 25, 26.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got 26. That's what we had
Anyone
decided
else
to
want to
do.
try? Assisting?
Yeah, anyone else want to
have
assist?
two assists.
Well, the issue here is that I outlined the rules while you were... Now you've retrospectively
We've just...
gone back.
I think you said something about...
Pick-
I think you said
Cherry
something about...
pick. I said not all of you can roll and all have a go.
Yeah,
and then
so only 2 of us
Yeah,
have
so-
rolled.
So Burple assisted Sessions, who rolled...
Why don't we make one person make an assist roll? If you can get another successful assist roll from the other 3 of you, then we're over the line, and I'm going to be completely chill with that.
Okay.
What's the roll?
It's a
Charisma
persuasion.
persuasion.
I'm +0.
Okay, well,
Give it a go,
you
give
need
it a
to
go.
get a 10 or more, I think. Is that right, Graham?
What about Parker and Alessandra? Any better than...
No.
Okay,
So
Alessandra gets
he needs to get a 10 or
5.
more to assist, but my 17 doesn't count.
Your 17 does count, but it's not enough.
Oh.
Go on, Johnny.
No, it's too late. You've rolled.
Mm-mm.
No. If one
You
of
can
you, all of you get to try.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
If any one of you
haven't
can
rolled
hit
yet,
the
so we need-
number,
Oh, so we can all roll.
yeah.
There you go.
It's done. It gets you over the line.
Okay.
This thing calms a little. You get a sense. Somebody give me an insight check. A Sessions give me an insight check.
Oh, dear. Oh, no. Insight's quite good.
Oh, I
your
can do an
insight's all
insight.
right,
I've
I know.
got good insight.
12.
I've
Bet
got a
that
great
and
insight
now I know.
check. Can I do an insight check?
12 is fine
Okay.
from Sessions.
I get 24.
You realise that it thinks, Sessions, that it's still alive, that it's not some kind of weird, corrupt, horrible ghoul thing, but that it is in fact
Rourke.
the living individual. Yes?
Right.
And you realise that the last thing you want to do is to try and persuade it otherwise. You think that would be a catastrophic
Right. So,
error.
Yeah.
If you talk to it, it becomes quite thoughtful. It clearly was once Rorsk, but it just isn't anymore.
does it remember Rabadabadas? Did it ever meet Rabadabadas?
It weirdly doesn't say,
Of the rubber dabba dab.
Oh, do you know it?
no, it doesn't recognise the name Rabadabadas. What do you want to ask it?
Could we have the little
Where's the
hint
sheet?
again?
I'm just looking
The
for
sheet.
Yeah, I'm just looking for it. Rorsk did not flee, probably dead, but may have left some sort of legacy.
The
Missing.
reason that you know about Rorsk, he wrote a history of Frostanger
Ah.
and wrote about the Ebon Triad, which he specifically dwelt upon in his history.
Oh, well,
Do you have
So-
a copy of your history?
his notes.
I think they
Yes.
are so difficult to Very difficult to come by a decent copy nowadays.
It's all really rather pathetic. I mean, he's obviously just lives off, I don't know, like
royalties,
sewage bits. No, not royalties.
We'd love a signed
somehow
copy.
believes
Yeah,
somehow believes that he's
We've heard
like
so
a
much.
normal living individual.
have we got a copy of his book with us?
No.
We
you
asked him
haven't
about
got
the
a-
Ebon Triad because he obviously knows a lot about Frostanger.
Yeah.
Oh, there's much more to the story than I recorded in my book.
Well, it would be so interesting to
Well,
hear.
how about we tell him about our exploits with the Ebon Triad?
I found out more. I travelled out to the traitors' graves when they were originally executed. And I used to speak with dead
That was a very sensible move.
to learn their stories.
And what did you learn?
Give me a moment. I learned they had been set upon their path of heresy by a mysterious figure known to them only as Mother Maggot.
Ah.
Mother Maggot gave them the worm-eaten undead they used to cause so much trouble, and apparently Mother Maggot offered more support if they were successful in their crusade against Frostanger. I never discovered what Mother Maggot's true goals were, but I did discover that the heretics met Mother Maggot in a subterranean room under a house, the Plague House, off to the east of the city. Well, off to the west of the city. I kept an eye on the region, but nothing new developed, and I assumed Mother Maggot had moved on, that it was all over, yes. But I can tell you where you can find the house.
Oh, that would be very interesting.
You mentioned a name earlier. A name I do not recognize, but I was visited by a figure. Did you say Rubber? Rubber something? Maybe. I don't know. I find it so difficult to remember things nowadays. Oh no. Someone asked me about the Ebon Triad. Was it yesterday? Was it the day before? Was it the day before that?
Mother Maggot. Couldn't that be Cuthbert's granny?
Sessions, give me an insight check.
24.
You don't think that this figure, whatever this figure was, if it was indeed once Rusk, has any concept of time.
Yeah.
If this thing is telling you a story about how it was visited by a creature and it doesn't... I mean, it wasn't yesterday. It could have been 10 years ago, could have been 20 years ago, could have been... Right,
And we're on the...
Mother Maggot?
Mother Maggot, yeah. What was the address we were looking for Mother Maggot?
It's the
plague house.
It's the Sinner's Sanctum. It's a plague house off to the west of the city. You can find it simply enough.
Where's it near?
And do you know if the original Ebon Triad Death Shrine still exists? Where that might be.
Central Sanctum, that is where it will be. If they are still active.
This Mother Maggot, is this some kind of deity or powerful mortal? Would you know of Mother Maggot?
I find my memory of the days after I made my discoveries. It's really difficult to understand what happened to me. I find it difficult. Sometimes I have memories of a fire, but then at other times I have no memories of any disaster. I don't know.
Okay.
Quite sad.
I find it all very confusing.
And Mother Maggot's plague house, where was that near?
It lies outside the walls of the city. It is a plague house.
Oh, right, okay.
What do you think of Zeech?
Zeech has a name I know. Just the other day, he broke with everything, and he saw support for our church. He is a worshipper of the worst of Fajhivu and the other faiths. He is not a holy individual. He follows not the path, the wisdom of the great Eye of Tonj. He does not understand it. 2 soups.
Sorry.
And 1 soup. And another soup.
You finished
You're
that
going to need a
quickly.
dog's hearing to understand the last sentences.
Yeah.
It just seems to get higher and higher in pitch.
He's holding a banquet
I
suit.
think I may have done myself permanent damage.
I'm sorry, what?
Miracle cards.
You can just release the pressure a little bit, Mike. Just let the...
Okay, so another lead. Does he know anything of Lashonna? Was she an ally?
Anna, you say I knew the name. She's a very powerful individual.
Was she
Oh,
an ally or
ally of Zeech.
or an ally of yours?
I feel that this is a very hazy memory for me. Maybe last week I last saw her.
Yeah.
And she's... I understand she too wishes to drive the heresy from Frostanger.
Right. Okay.
I must go back to my tunnels and find some more fresh food for myself to eat. I will go right now.
He jumps off his pile of bones and scuttles off into one of the tunnels.
Okay. Have we got everything we think we can get from here? Detect magic. Oh, he's got a chain shirt. I'll call off after him. You seem to have been condemned to a life of undeath. Would you like release from that?
No! Wrong! Untrue! You torment me with these lies!
As he scuttles off into the darkness.
Do we want that chain shirt? I don't think I do, but was it magical?
It'll be magical.
Hmm.
Does anybody wear chainmail? Not me.
I wear a +1 breastplate, but
Can't stop yourselves, can you?
well, you dangle magic in front of us.
Yeah.
Detect magic while we're here.
I've been doing magic for a long, long time.
Yeah, all gone up a level. Detect magic while we're here.
There's no magic where you are.
I'll say one last thing.
No, he's gone.
Damn it.
Everyone to run after him into the sewer tunnels.
No.
Nah.
All right.
What's next?
Well,
Clothes shop.
we don't know if Lashonna is good or bad, but we could try and find out a bit about her.
It's very difficult to take things at face value,
Yeah.
right? But certainly the information uncovered by Eligos and Co.
Implies that she was on.
gave the impression that Lashonna was a good person that had worked against the Airborne Triad that Rabadabadas was keen to speak to.
Okay, so we will head to the island,
The Royal
the
Island.
Royal Island.
Yeah.
We will ask the guards there if they could point us in the direction of a tailor's where we can buy some warm clothes.
What, one of the Hobgoblin Watchers?
Yeah, and while we're there, we will deliver a note. We'll pay some urchin to deliver a note to Lashonna's mansion saying that we are associates of Rabadabadas and would like to talk. And if she is amenable, we can be found at the ogre's hideout.
Would it be better not to say
Gotcha.
we're associates of Marcus Doombringer?
No, it's too late. The urchin is gone. The adventure is ruined. Whatever you think.
I think Rabadabadas came here and probably wanted to talk to her, so may well have spoken to her.
Okay, whichever.
But she may not know who Marcus Doombringer is. It's a bit like saying I don't know who Morden Kanan is, or Tenser, or whoever he's supposed
Yeah.
to be. But
Fair enough. Let's do that one.
Sorry,
The
where are
guard-
you leading the note?
With its eyes and a quick whisper, directs you to a little cluster of buildings that sit in between the Toilway and the buildings that overlook the Royal Harbour.
Okay.
right.
And you can find a series of emporia that will look after you if you wish to furnish yourselves with outfits of splendid clothes. You may do so.
How much cost?
Let me have a look. It won't be cheap. Never is.
But we've got loads of gold.
Well,
Some of us do.
Yeah.
Johnny can stay as our servant.
Pet.
No, I'm going to fit myself out with some posh clothes.
Have you still got your
500 gold
backpack with the heads on the top of the spike?
Oh,
Been walking around
no.
town.
No, I'm not going to those
I
anymore.
don't know.
That was just for the games.
Okay.
I'm not going around like that.
You're trying to hide your past, aren't you?
But I do need a bath.
Okay, so clothes that befit a high-status individual, member of the nobility or
Yeah.
international devil-may-care celebrity adventurer, which is, I suspect, kind of what you're trying to do. We're looking at about 30 gold pieces a head.
Okay.
Oh, easy.
Suit you, sir.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh,
Posh
Fine,
clothes,
noble clothing.
Noble, sir.
including a nice big sort of furry jacket. Furry
Big, sir.
coat.
Are you a bit
Sir.
furry, sir?
Oh,
Do you
A
want
suit,
to be
sir?
furry? Yes, a suit, sir.
yeah, okay, so 30 gold pieces a pop. You can kit yourselves out in fine raiment.
Posh, very warm clothes.
Warm enough for you, sir.
Okay.
It's the fashion, the Frostanger fashion. It's furs and leathers and then fine embroidery and the dandies kind of stuff. I don't know, all of that stuff, right? It's weather appropriate, noble clothing.
And now we need the slow-mo
Okay.
slow-mo of us all walking in a line.
Obviously,
out of the shop.
discount for buggy because they don't need to use anywhere near as much material. Or sessions.
and sessions.
Yeah, and sessions. It's only 20 gold pieces for sessions of buggy
Don't be short.
because it's like they can go to Gap Kids.
Is there
there's
a
there's no-
I don't mind.
There's no VAT on.
There's no VAT.
Got
Exactly,
children.
yeah.
Excellent. Well, I mean, I'm game for that.
Yeah.
I even don't mind
Is
having
there
it
a-
slightly,
Yeah.
too short.
Is there a barber? I can get a decent trim, cut the old
Yes,
beard, and
you
You're
can
short
go
enough
and-
already, aren't you?
You can go and
have it washed.
visit Hair by Thunch, who will
I'll have it permed.
Permed. Hurt.
Kevin Keegan.
Brilliant.
the moustache all done. Brilliant.
It's like Diego Maradona.
He's tiny, 3.5 foot tall. His costume with the... excellent. Oh, that's made my evening already. Okay, well, looking ridiculous, you can continue your adventures.
Okay. I want to have a bath and do my hair and stuff as well. But
Okay,
yeah,
well,
later.
Hair by Thunch offer the full service.
Do they?
You look the part. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do next?
Well, I think we want to head off back to the... What time of day is it?
Let's say it's lunchtime.
Okay, well,
I'm not sure we want to go back to the ogres, whatever.
No.
Now we're wearing our
we
good
get
clothes.
mugged.
no, we should instead,
You
we
feel
should
you
have-
fit right in where you are now.
go to the plague house.
Now, presume that you've got in a sack or something, you've got your
Yeah.
fetid,
I'm going to-
soiled adventuring garb.
I'm going to keep wearing my adventuring garb and put my new clothes in the bag of
No,
holding.
we could wear the new clothes to the posh hotel and see if we can get invited to the dinner.
Yeah,
Go and hang around in the bar.
Well, we have to have his
see
like
there's
cup of tea.
Yeah, tea at Fortnum's.
Afternoon tea at the deluxe.
Yeah, let's go for afternoon tea.
High tea at the Deluxury, yes.
Well, that's a little bit later, obviously, because it's lunchtime. Going to go for lunch at the Deluxury?
Early
Yeah,
lunch.
we're going to have lunch.
Also sounds good, yeah.
Lunch at the luxury.
There is a person behind one of those little kind of lecterns at the door, like in Ferris Bueller. A snooty lady who eyes you, but I mean, you're wearing the gear, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got posh
Yeah,
clothes.
we've had our
I think
perm.
she's pretty impressed. And rather than kind of give you the third degree, she gestures within. She just raises her hand, and a server comes zooming out to lead you within. It's extremely posh, Southern Luxury. Different level, different class to the Ogre's Hideout, obviously. There's a casino, it's at one side, and there is an extremely kind of posh restaurant. The Ogre's Hideout is all carousing and laughter and people banging glasses on the table and all that kind of stuff. This is the gentle clink of cutlery and genteel conversation.
Have we ended up in a Bond movie? Are we going to go and have to sit at the roulette table or whatever and find out?
There are a couple of attendants waiting at the entrance to the casino. There's like a coat check area. You don't know what's kind of the
temple.
There. Well, I know. Try and stop him. There are entertainments of an adult nature. There's also steam rooms. Massages are to be had. They provide, obviously, accommodation. We've already established 100 to 1,000 gold pieces a week, depending upon extras. Put it diplomatically. And then there's the restaurant. The restaurant is under glass, like a big conservatory. So even though it's icy outside, frosty outside, the restaurant is bathed in sunshine. There are plants in pots. There are minstrels in the corner playing non-conversation interrupting music. Right?
Are they any good?
And they're all right. It's kind of backgroundy. And you're led to a table and you are seated. They fetch the special chairs for Sessions and Uncle Buggy. And your server says, I'll just get a couple of kids' menus. He comes back with options, and there are specials. I don't know what the specials are. I don't know.
Chicken and chips.
Chicken and chips. How did you know?
I'll have a salad.
It's like sautéed tentacle of
cubes
beholders.
of chicken.
I don't know, beholder eye.
Quinoa salad.
Toast.
With croutons.
Do we have to be all
Veal
the food
Frostanger.
OGL compliant? We can't have owlbear fritters. Or displacer beast soup. You keep putting a spoon in it. It's
Bear
not
owl,
there.
anyway.
Yeah, it's bear owl. OGL compliant beasts are being served up as specials. The tariff, it is 40 gold pieces a head for the deluxury lunch.
I think you get free food in the casino normally, so that's where I'm going.
You're going to go for the casino?
Is that not what we're here for? They can have lunch. I'm going to the casino.
Yeah, I'm going to go and have lunch.
With my walking stick.
What are we doing here again? We saw Rachnian's bodyguard peering from a window.
Okaral, his head of security, back in the Even Star.
I thought that one of the people we spoke to in the bar,
Yes.
one of the dice rolls, that said something about we should go to the...
You asked about Zeech's banquet, and
Right.
a couple of the people you
that'd
spoke
be
to in the Ogre's hideout said, well, you're talking to the wrong people here.
Yes,
you wanna,
and that's why
you
we
know,
decided we should go and have lunch here so that we could get...
Yes, I mean, well, you can. You have a table. You can wander around the establishment. There is a bar you can sit at. It's much more genteel, sort of cocktail style than the Ogre's hideout. Definitely got a better class of people in here.
Can I ask at the reception desk if anyone's heard of... is there a Baccarat staying at this establishment?
Baccarat? Are you meeting somebody? Are you meeting him in the restaurant?
I was told that he's here, and but yeah, it's a surprise, so we don't want to let him know. It's a kind of birthday thing. So
one of our guests?
yes, one of your guests. On the
I
first
haven't
floor,
got
I think, or wherever. whichever
that
floor.
name here.
Did you
I'm afraid.
deliberately
No.
get his name wrong, or was that an accident?
What was his name again?
Okaral.
Baccarat.
Okaral.
Right. Let's just draw a tiny little curtain and just pull it across
Yes.
that little scene. A member of staff wanders up with a little curtain on a silver tray. Pulls it across in front of Uncle Buggy.
Is he here? Baccarat. Is he here? Is he a guest?
Baccaral now, is it?
Oh, sorry, Baccarat.
Whatever
Sorry.
his bloody name is.
They start leafing through their notes again. I'm sorry, sir. I can't find
No,
anything.
No record at all.
Or Rachnian.
No,
It says someone called Rachnian staying here.
They're losing patience with you a little because you just keep changing the name that you're asking for, and it's all a
posh
little bit
guest.
weird.
That'd be very expensive.
They leaf their way through, and nothing. They say, "I'm sorry, we haven't got a Rachnian, and we haven't got a Baccaral, and we haven't got a Boccaral, and we haven't got an Okaral, sir."
Well, that's no bloody good, is it?
I'm so sorry, sir.
Kevin Keegan lookalike. Can't say this. Stop asking for weird.
You know Ben Stiller as Starsky. Helmet hair.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I'll toss him a copper piece.
Oh, they
Nice of you.
they say, oh, "Thank you very much, sir."
Don't mention it. Don't mention it.
Okay. You've got a sort of weird Goodfellas kind of accent.
Yeah.
Anyway, what else do you want to do? You want to have lunch, It's very good.
Yeah, I'll go
It's
and have
expensive.
lunch.
It's good.
I'd like to have lunch.
It's pretend lunch, so I'm not. I don't care how good it is. It's pretend. So
Is it a tasting menu?
I'm not going to get the benefit of spending 40 gold
Right.
pieces on lunch.
I'm
So
going to the casino. Do
the
they
money's pretend as
give me
well.
free
Fox.
food and drink?
Important point there. The whole thing is pretend.
I'm going to pay 40 gold pieces, is it?
Yeah, tasting is a tasting
10 gold
menu.
pieces.
yes,
yeah.
but I can cash in my pretend gold pieces for a pretend item of some sort when I've got enough
Yeah.
pretend gold pieces.
Yeah,
But that's
that
going
would
to go away.
Also going to be pretend.
No benefit. But it's long-lasting benefit if I buy myself, a sword or something.
Pretend
A
sword.
pretend sword.
I understand.
Taking 40
It's
gold
still there in
pieces.
the morning.
But
It's still there
pretend-
tomorrow.
a
So if
pretend
everyone wants
expensive meal
pretend meals,
has
if
exactly
you
the
donate
same benefits as a
200
pretend.
of your precious
Really
gold
cheap meal.
pieces to me,
What?
Why do you want gold pieces?
then we can do Heroes Feast. It's just
What,
useful.
in the middle of the lobby?
No. On another occasion, we have to go and buy a bowl.
Oh, I see.
We have to buy a bowl, do we?
You have to consume a gem-encrusted bowl worth 1,000 gold pieces.
1,000 gold pieces. What's it give you?
It gives you loads of stuff.
Magic lunch.
Oh, is this
Magic-
the one that gives you 2d6
10
extra hit points? And
Extra hit points and makes you immune to disease and fear and poison and stuff like that.
For
Some
1,000
characters
gold
rifling
pieces.
through their
So
pockets.
that's 200 gold pieces each.
Yeah. When we're ready, we should go and buy a bowl so we can do that.
But
Maybe
it-
steal one from the lobby.
Oh, that's
We're
true.
getting distracted.
Yeah.
The
Well,
Take
that's
the
a
40
good idea.
gold pieces off.
does it use up the bowl?
Is there an expensive? It does. Is there an expensive bowl looking around that I can mention door away with?
but the server is just looking.
You go to the deluxury and start nicking stuff.
Coming in disguise, wearing a fake moustache.
You can hide it away in your fur coat.
The waiter is just standing there. He's like, maybe you'd like another couple of minutes. I'll come back.
There's a vase. Got to the vase in the lobby. Wearing a fake
You've
moustache.
got a fur coat with
Disappear.
huge inside pockets.
Come back later with a different moustache and a hairpiece. Take the other one. Sorry.
Well, we can pick that up later.
Bonus episode.
Bonus episode.
Just keep turning.
Yeah.
Just keep going back there and nicking something. Anyway.
Right.
I am paying
What do you
40
wanna
gold
do
pieces. I've just crossed it off my character sheet.
Yours is cheaper because yours is the kids menu. Yours is only 20.
Oh, okay.
Sessions isn't having lunch. He's gone to the casino.
Yeah.
Purple is not having lunch because it's pretend.
Yeah.
If the other two want to pay for lunch, that's fine.
Well, I don't want to cross it off
Anyway.
until they bring the bill.
Yeah, I know. The waiter's coming. The waiter gives you a bit of time, then comes back.
Yeah. How many
Ready
courses?
to order now, sir?
Yes.
What would you like?
Well, you haven't
Well,
told
I'm
me
having the
what was on
quinoa
the menu.
salad.
Can you recite the menu, please?
The quinoa salad, yes.
The masala fries on the side.
Yes, yes, the masala
A
fries,
glass
yes.
of wine.
Oh, I'm afraid
And,
that we don't serve alcohol with the kids' menu. So. Do you want to interact with anybody? Do
Well,
anything
yeah,
else?
I mean, as
steal
we're
the
eating
furniture?
lunch, I want to look around the room, see if there's anybody we spot. Anybody
Yes, you spot people, yeah, in there.
Rachnian.
No, not so much. You can overhear conversation.
Yes,
the
that's-
tables around you. A lot of it is just sort of, posh people's gossip. But the topic of Zeech's banquet and celebration, you can hear it being mentioned relatively frequently. Mm-hmm. But you can't pick up details. I mean, it's just like, oh, and apparently, and that kind of thing.
How was the casino? Yes, what's
I think we can assume that you come out a little bit ahead.
excellent?
You use your halfling luck.
Yep.
Misfortune guides your hand. There's chatter at the tables as well. Are you talking to people as you're
Oh, yes,
at the
definitely.
blackjack tables? You give me why don't you roll a d6 if you're chatting to people?
So we didn't hear anything at lunch.
Well, you didn't talk to anybody.
1!
There's a very elegant lady in lots of jewellery sitting a couple of stools away from you at the blackjack table, or at the dragon, I don't know, 3-card dragon ante, whatever it is. It's another mention of the dragon. This dragon that was associated with the Ebon Triad. Mm-hmm. You think she's talking about the same dragon. She's talking to her partner. And she's saying that it used to live under the traitors' graves. You're not sure what that reference necessarily means. Mm-hmm. But she went off to the south and she got herself killed.
Ooh.
And there's a rumour that people went out to try and loot her lair, but they haven't heard from anybody since. People can be so stupid, she says, especially the poor. And then she keeps on playing, and the conversation moves on.
Traitor's Graves? I've never heard of that.
Oh, the little fellow. Oh, well, you're visiting our city, aren't
Yes,
you?
for the party.
Oh, ever. Are you one of the ambassadors from the various kingdoms?
Yes.
Oh. Well, welcome, because all of the talk is how few of you are attending the banquet. That's the rumour that I hear.
Well, we never let the side down.
I hear that many representatives of all of our fair kingdoms were invited, and very few have actually attended. Anyway, the Traitor's Grave, sorry, yes, you wouldn't know. It's an island out in the harbour where the worst of the worst are hung up on display for ships as they pass as an example. I think it's a barbaric practice. And then they're left to hang there and they're buried, or they are collected by the attendants of the Greywoods.
Oh.
Ask her why so few people are attending.
Yes, good question. I thought more of our fellow ambassadors would be here.
I'd say it is a little bit of a puzzle, but I think discretion is important in these matters. I'm not sure that I should really... Maybe one should keep one's opinions to oneself about those kinds of things.
And it's an island out in the bay, not the one with the big towery thing. The one next to it.
Oh, goodness, no.
We came in a submersible, so I didn't
That's
see.
the roost of the blessed angels. Oh, you're the people in the submersible.
Yes.
Oh, I say. Well, very romantic and exciting and adventurous and dashing. Well, I never. So which territory do you represent?
The big one.
Oh,
The Rubber-Dubber-Dob.
Rubber-Dubber-Dub.
The Rubber-Dub-Dob.
Oh,
You may have heard of it.
no, I haven't.
Well,
So you'll be at the bank.
yes, that's what we came for.
Oh, excellent. Oh, well, we can
Meet up.
We can pick up our conversation there.
Yes.
If we can find you a sufficiently tall stool.
Yes.
She's bored of you now.
Okay, I'm bored.
She
too.
goes back to her cards. But you've learned something.
I've learned something. I just stack up my little pile of chips and...
Any
pleased with
unusual
my-
characters in
Oh,
the
you did-
main
you did have
dining hall?
lunch. Well, there's all sorts. There are people from out of town, but not that many.
I'll go and talk to an out-of-town looking person.
There are people who look like they... Yeah, I mean, I don't know how you spot them. I mean, maybe you think they look like you. But you can pick a random couple of people and have a chat.
Yeah, maybe slightly outlandish clothes or...
Yes, the first person you pick is a gnome. I'm going to assign you a gnome to talk to. The gnome is called...
Always evil.
Are gnomes always evil?
Always evil.
The gnome is called a Taurus. Ever so distinguished looking. A huge, magnificent handlebar moustache that puts yours to shame, Buggy. Seems ever such a posh gnome.
Where are you from?
He says he's from the name of some province that you don't recognise. And he has accepted Zeech's invitation for the banquet. But you don't have to chat to him for long before you realise he doesn't really want to be there. It looks like he's disappointed in Frostanger. That's the impression you get.
you made to come here like us. Eh? It's a sorry state of affairs, isn't it?
The decision was taken to send me, and I'm here. I'd rather I wasn't.
Same here.
It is a dismal place, Frostanger. Oh, so you're
Yes,
another?
yes.
Are you with an ambassadorial?
Yes, Rubber-Dub-Dub.
Deputation. Oh,
Yes.
no, I'm not familiar.
No.
So you'll be at the banquet.
Yes. So,
Excellent.
what do you feel about the situation anyway? We're very disappointed.
Well, I think it's very disappointing how many people have turned up. Apparently.
Why do you think that is?
Me.
I mean-
My name's Taurus. Your name is.
Bugraft.
Oh, Bugraft.
Bugraft
Okay.
Flame.
That's it.
At your
Well,
service.
Bugraft, but between you and I hear that not many of our number from other provinces have attended at all.
Why is that, do you think?
Can't say I blame them. I think it's probably best we don't go into that in this company. But the rumour is that there are tickets to be had because people have not shown.
Right. Yes, I do have some companions. Couldn't get tickets. Where might I get these tickets?
Oh, well, I think the answer is to speak to the proprietor here, Armin. Between you and I think that it's all a little bit embarrassing that so few people have attended. And he is looking to, as it were, fill empty seats at the banquet.
Right. Armin, you say?
Armin he's the proprietor.
Oh, yes,
He's,
yes.
He looks kind of across the restaurant, and you see chap he's quite hand-wringy, he's quite obsequious. Initially, you got the impression that he was a bit of a flunky, like he wasn't particularly senior, but now you realise that he's just very obsequious. Actually, he seems to be in charge. The other staff seem to be deferring to it. You know that Basil Fawlty, the hands, the palms clenched together. Everything okay, sir? All of that business. He's kind of doing that, working his way around the table.
I'll go over to him. Say, hello, Armin.
He looks around, he can't see anything, and then he looks down. He's like, oh, hello, sir. Is everything to your satisfaction?
My tickets to the banquet.
You've mislaid?
Yes. My page forgot to pack them in my luggage.
Oh.
I need 5 tickets, please.
5 tickets?
Yes, 5.
He looks around at...
the delegation will be most disappointed if we have to return, simply because my page forgot to pack the tickets.
Yes, I do.
Yes, well, hurry up now. Come on.
I
get the tickets.
My voice down. I do actually have... Well, I'm afraid it's not as simple as that. Sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Bugraft.
Bugraft? Ambassador Bugraft.
Yes.
And where are you from again?
The Rub-a-dub-dub.
Oh.
Anyway, hurry up. I don't have much time. I have a lunch engagement.
Well, I'm afraid I'm on strict instructions. I only hand out to only actually issue tickets to suitable individuals. If we could gather your party together and I could have a quick meeting with them just to ensure that all of my standards are met, then perhaps tickets may be made available.
Okay. Well, does everybody want to gather?
Yeah.
If you tell me, I'll come with my walking stick. That
we'll all
looks
get
a lot
together.
like a broom.
All looking rather posh.
4 of you. A Bugraft here, ambassador. I'm assuming you are the ambassador from. What did you say it was called?
It's Rub-a-dub-dub.
Oh no, I don't know it. And then we have another small fellow here. You are.
He's one of the
High
priests.
Priest Sessions.
High Priest Sessions. Yeah, I understand. Yes. And sorry, and you are.
Me?
Yeah, yes. I didn't catch your name. I'm very sorry.
My name...
I'm Armin. I'm the proprietor here.
You're what, sorry?
The proprietor.
What's your name again?
Armin.
Armin?
Armin.
Okay.
He's just hanging. And I didn't catch your name.
Yes.
Sorry, sir.
Yes. No,
Your name is yes?
Burple.
Burple. So yes, there's Burple here. And then the giant green fellow here. Your name would be...
Parker.
Parker. Was it just the 4 of you?
No, there's one more who's...
We've lost track of.
Looking around. Yeah, he's looking around. There's no sign
She's
of
around.
Alessandra anywhere.
Alessandra.
But she's not there.
Isn't she?
Thinking about it, you haven't seen her for ages.
Oh. Well, we need a spare ticket. One of our parties has gone AWOL.
I'm afraid it's out of the question for me to issue a ticket to somebody that I have not actually, as it were, assessed for suitability. But no matter. I can see that you seem to be a very romantic group of adventurers or dignitaries, judging by the way that you are dressed. Yes?
Yes.
Let me see what I can do. Can all of you make just a straight charisma or persuasion if you've got ranks check?
With persuasion, so I'll do that.
You're trying to give a good impression of yourselves. We'll see who gets
17.
good numbers.
8. Some chance.
70 for Sessions, 17 for Buggy,
Parker gets...
8 for Burple,
I actually got
13.
13.
Rolling a d6. Sessions. Armin leans over you, faulty like a giraffe leaning down to a watering hole. I wonder, a high priest, if you have a moment, we could have a slight a conversation off to one side, rather. Would that be okay?
Sure.
He leads you away, and in a low voice, he says, between you and me, High Priest, the impression that your colleagues give is satisfactory, but I'm a little concerned that really only you seem to have the presence and the distinction to merit an invitation. That does not mean that I shall not be issuing the tickets to your colleagues, but
I'll work on them.
Just impress upon you how important it is. This is a very prestigious event. Prince Zeech is an extremely our most valued customer here at the Deluxury, and it would reflect very badly on this establishment was there to be any bad behavior or any breaches of etiquette. Do you get my drift?
Oh, yeah.
Excellent. I shall go and find you the tickets.
Okay.
And he scampers off with a quick, slightly rueful glance back at you, like, am I doing this? I don't know.
So I'll report back that he's very impressed with their behaviour and to keep it up.
This little exchange has not escaped the notice of your fellow diners. Can each of you award yourselves one more authority point?
How many do we have?
2.
You have 2 so far.
So what has happened to Alessandra?
Good question.
Oh, for fuck's
Can't think about the last time you saw her. Armin returns with 4 invitations.
Okay.
He says, I'm sure there is no need for me to impress upon you the etiquette and the expectations around visiting such an event. Make sure you're properly prepared before you make your arrival at this prestigious occasion. I thank you.
Thank you.
And he hands out 4 envelopes. Let us have a handout.
You are hereby and cordially invited to attend and behold the wonder and beauty of our magnificent ruler on this, the 20th anniversary of his liberation of our fair city. Your carriage awaits 2 hours before sundown on the eve of this magnificent event. Scheduled course of events, gathering in the vertiginous terrace,
Yes, the vertiginous terrace.
the Harlequinade Mortificatio,
Mortificatio.
handsome slaughter of curious avians, lively sports and baiting, win the golden egg, bowling the devious heads, win the silver scroll,
Skull.
5-course feast, song, dance, braggery,
As time permits.
as time permits.
Is the vertiginous
When-
terrace somewhere
when
in
is
this
it?
establishment?
The banquet is at Zeech's palace.
Right. And where do we get our carriage?
This is exactly it. The tickets are light, but they are heavy in your hand. Freighted are they with social expectation.
Oh.
You get the impression from his little parting shot there that there are understandings about how you behave and the etiquette of attending such a prestigious event, that you're not necessarily, what's the awful word, across right now. So maybe that's something that you can address over the course of the next few days. It's not until Asmodee, the 20th of Fart, this event. That's in 8 days' time.
Okay, plenty of time to work out what we're supposed to be doing.
Yes, precisely. There's things to do to fill our time in between now and then. Now,
That's the conjunction on the 20th.
it is the
Do we want to go to the
conjunction on
island?
What's the significance of the conjunction at the same time as this festival then?
Well, there was a conjunction when
20th. Probably nothing to worry about.
when we fought the Augustasta. There was a conjunction then, wasn't there?
There was. On the very day of your
Yes.
final bout.
Is the orrery doing anything?
Where is the orrery?
Parker has it.
Is it in the bag of holding or is it in Parker?
No, it's in
Does
Parker's.
Parker have the handy haversack?
He
Or was
does
that
have a
sold?
handy hat. No, he bought another one. You remember?
Lucas, I can barely remember last week.
It goes.
It's not doing anything particularly. It doesn't seem to be in any state of particular agitation. But then it wouldn't be.
But it's the orrery that tells us that it's on the 20th. So it's moving towards this
It is.
conjunction.
And what? So something bad happens on those.
No, it's not that something bad happens. It starts
Maybe something bad.
whirling and
Well, your
giving us
experience of the last conjunction.
gives us a commune.
As midnight passed, crossing into the day of the last conjunction, the orrery sprung into life and took full form of an immersive and surrounding system of tonge that wheeled around you, and you were able to ask questions of some sort of avatar of tonge which sat in the middle of the solar system.
So it's all to do with Tonge.
Well, tonge is the sun, is the great eye of wisdom. Tonge is the sun deity.
But they're good or they're neutral.
That's a very good question. It's a bit of a weird one, Tonge. It's sort of all things to all people, Tonge. Certainly, law would be the word I would use.
Law.
If you're looking for an axis to put it on, I would say lawful neutral, maybe brackets, good with a very small g, if you want it in sort of D&D classic alignment terms. So it's about order, law.
Order.
Yes. Order.
I think this whole adventure is about law and chaos. It's the battle between law and chaos.
Sounds awfully like Chaos, doesn't it, eh?
All right, so I think we head back to our hotel. We try and figure out what's happened to Alessandra,
Yeah.
and we change out of our expensive clothes into our less expensive clothes and go and check
Yes.
out the place outside the shrine of whatever.
The Sinner's Sanctum,
Yeah, whatever, plague pit.
the Plague House.
The Plague House.
Okay, well, so
And
we're talk-
or
Oh,
go and see the
yes.
Shona See if we can, because she'll be able to tell us how to behave. And
I have news on Lashana.
right,
When you exit the Deluxury, your urchin is standing, looking nervous, sort of looking at the ground, waiting for you to exit. Obviously had not been allowed in by the snooty doorkeeper.
right.
Your urchin, she holds your note back up to you, and she says, I did try to deliver the note, but the guard at the gate said I wasn't to be admitted and he wasn't to take any notes, and Lashana is not to be seen and is engaged for the next couple of weeks.
Right, well, we'll take it ourselves then.
Between you and me, if you want to see her, you need to get into that party. That's what I
Oh, I see. Got it. All right.
He almost said as much to me at the gate.
You may go, urchin.
Oh, thank you very much.
Did you pay the urchin?
Yeah.
Cool. Back to the ogre's hideout. No sign of Alessandra.
When did we
Did
last
she-
see her?
Yeah,
Was
when
it
did we last
me?
see her? Did she check into the hotel with us?
Yeah, she was with you. She went to the shops with you. You remember her being there as you were waiting to go into the Deluxury. You distinctly remember the table was for table for 5. Then after that, you're not 100% certain quite.
What I don't
when you
remember is
saw
getting
her
a
after
roll to
that.
notice her leaving. That's what I don't remember.
Yeah, well, you know,
Yeah.
there we
Well,
go. It's more a
she's
question of you're
brilliant at sneaking
engaged in your
around.
own thing and
More abandonment
sitting
issues.
around and doing your stuff. The last time you saw her was as you were being taken into the restaurant.
Do we trust Alessandra?
No.
I mean, where is she? She's related to the Outsplinters.
Yes.
Is she?
Is Alessandra an orphan? Was
I don't-
Cuthbert an orphan? An
I think Cuthbert was.
Are you an orphan,
mean-
strictly?
Me?
Yes.
I guess.
Did your mother die, or did she just leave you?
No, she died.
The father is a bit more of a mystery.
Yes. Father wasn't around.
No, he was a Stormlord or whatever they're called, wasn't he?
A Stormlord.
What are they
We
called?
suspect he was a Wind Duke,
Wind.
Power Ranger. Yeah.
but we don't know. But we suspect he was a Wind Duke.
Well, I'm just wondering about who will end up sitting on the throne.
Yes, that's a
For
very
one
good
of the
question.
prophecies,
right?
Macra kept asking you all those questions, and one of them was,
Does
"Has
an
the
orphan
orphan
sit
sat on?
the-
Yes. Does an
Yeah.
orphan
Yeah.
sit on the throne?
And we gave him an
The
answer
green
to that.
chair. Yeah.
Yes.
Your understanding is that that prophecy has been fulfilled. And in the vision that you saw, you saw Severiana Outsplinter drink from a poisoned cup while a slender figure watched from the shadows.
Oh, that's Alessandra. She uses poisons, doesn't she?
The next time we can get a sound out of Paul, you can have a chat with Paul about it. I'm just acting on remote instructions.
So he basically is like, I don't like Alessandra as a character. Can I have a new one?
Yeah.
Basically, he's been trying to kill her off for a while.
Trying to.
No,
Yeah.
I
On
don't
we
think
go.
he has.
On we go. Are you going to go and visit this weird little house?
Yes.
Town is busy, mid-afternoon, straight over the bridges, straight over the main islands, straight down the toilway and out through the western gate.
Okay.
You can make your way around a track, and there is a building out by itself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Smoke curls from the chimney. You can smell putrefaction and urine, sewage. Then Buggy moves downwind, and then that all clears away.
Excuse me. I'm highly perfumed. I mean, to the
You've washed this month.
barbers.
Right. I'm casting See Invisibility, which lasts an hour,
Yes.
and Detect Magic, which is concentration up to 10 minutes. So as we approach the building, Alessandra
I'll
goes up
cast
and checks the
Long
door.
Strider.
Yeah, Alessandra,
Yep.
yeah, the imaginary Alessandra.
Yep.
So we've lost
I'm
the
doing
probe.
Protection from poison on myself.
And Buggy goes up and kicks the door in.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll go up to the door. I haven't got my Ring of the Wind Duke, so I've got my Ring of Jumping activated.
Got it?
Boots of Speed activated. Death Ward
Yes.
and Protection from Poison. And then I'll activate my Flame Tongue and I'll knock on the door.
Okay.
Hello.
You can hear coughing from the other side of the door and discomforted moaning.
Hello, who's there?
After a bit of a delay, you hear,
Okay, all right. Out, one moment.
and the door opens, and there is a wild-haired elderly woman standing in the doorway.
Why do you Why do you disturb me? Are you ill? Are you
Name's
sick? Do you
Bugraft.
require succour? Do you require my attention?
We've come to look around. An inspection.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Yes.
It is most-
The city commissioners
it is
of
most-
disease and
it is
pestilence would
most
like us to
irregular.
inspect the premises.
No, this is most irregular. I answer only to Prince Zeech himself.
Yes, it's one of his new
He has
commissions. Move aside, please.
Oh, no. You can't have that. The privacy and the rest of my patients is my prime concern. I can't have a small, funny little person like you wandering around inside my establishment as Mike slowly grows into the voice. No. Unless you're sick, of course.
He is.
Yes.
You are?
Yes.
He kind of bends down and peers at you.
What ails
Never
you,
you
small
mind.
creature?
Swamp
Sorry.
fever.
Friction of the hair.
He has swamp fever.
Yeah.
Oh, there are more of you.
We can't get too close to him.
Oh, is he very infectious?
We
Yes.
believe so.
Oh dear. He doesn't seem very ill, I have to say.
Move aside, hag.
You obviously don't know him very well.
He doesn't smell very well, I will
Well,
grant
we
you
have had
that.
him washed.
The smell of unchanged bandages, incense, and excrement wafts heavily out from within.
I'll cover up my mouth and say, yeah, okay.
I'd say,
Can't
yeah.
hear you with your mouth covered up like that.
Move aside. Move aside.
No.
Yes.
If you continue to cause a disturbance, unless you are genuinely ill, I will have to call the authorities. And believe me, I will.
Burple.
Yes.
There's a magical trace on her.
Oh, yeah? Where?
She's wearing an amulet or a periapt, and it is magical.
What kind of... I'm just trying to work out what Detect Magic tells me. You learn its school of magic, if any.
Necromantic.
Necromantic. Well, you got, what, a periapt of health and a periapt of wound closure. Those are the only two I know. Well, I'll ask her. Your periapt, what's it do?
Oh, it is of no significance. It was given to me as a token of appreciation for my wonderful work here by His Blessed Loveliness Prince Zeech.
I see. Mm-hmm. May I look at it, then?
Well, you are looking at it. I'd rather you didn't manhandle it.
Why?
With ever such grubby, manly fingers.
I don't have grubby fingers. I had a bath only this morning.
Do you have arms? Do you have a donation for my establishment? Is that why you're visiting?
Yes, I'll give you a donation.
I'm
Move
interested
aside.
in the history of this place.
I don't want that kind of donation.
Tell us of the
Let's
history of this
go.
place.
The history?
Yes.
We have been here for many years, 20 years, established by His Divine Loveliness, the Prince Zeech.
So you have a
My
problem with
mind.
plague here, do you?
Well, here, yes, obviously, because it's a plague house. Those people who are afflicted with nasty diseases, I am here to either bring them back to health, I have to admit, doesn't happen all that often, or to gently hold their hands as they cross the great divide between life and death. That does tend to happen more often.
Right. And so
whereabouts in South Africa do you come from?
Durban.
do you mind if we have a look around?
I'd rather you didn't.
I
give you 5
believe
gold pieces.
this is a holy site, and I am interested in its providence.
In the holiness.
Oh,
Give me a charisma persuasion check.
8.
She seems unpersuaded of your sincerity.
You could use your Orc dice.
You can use your orc dice.
Yeah, okay, I'll use my orc dice. Why not?
Well,
There's not much
because you
fighting
need it later.
going
But
on.
Yeah,
Yeah, I might need it later.
No.
I'll probably regret it.
yeah.
Oh, for
Yeah, you
fuck's
will
sake.
regret it because you just rolled a 2.
You roll
rolled
the
the
8.
Bike.
Oh, it's
15.
10 was the charisma. 15 is enough. Religious sight, you say? That
Yes.
is very interesting. Which faith do you represent? She looks at you very sharply at this point, like there's a right answer.
What do we know of this place?
The established religion is Banshivu,
Yeah.
and then also the Grey Woodsman is the Lord of Death.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. One of the Ebon Triad, anyway. Gonna pick one of them.
Well, Banshivu is one of the Ebon Triad,
Yes.
and then there's
Asmodee.
and then there is of course
Grey
Asmodee.
Woodsman.
Yeah. My God, yeah, fine. But
Yeah.
We can have this conversation. We all know what we're talking
I'm
about.
down with
It's
all
only
of this.
taken 130 weeks.
Yes, but I'm trying to find out figure out if
toil.
there's anything specific about this place that we've had indicated.
That's what makes us,
Grey Woodsman.
Dan, the world's third best actual play podcast.
Third best.
World by 11.
World's, yeah.
World.
Oh,
No,
EN
well,
World.
EN World.
Was the competition a global competition? It was.
Was it?
Yes. I've beaten off people from around the world.
Have you?
Anyway, on we go. Pick a god, any god.
The Grey Woodsman.
Oh, really?
Yes.
It's funny it's not been mentioned by his emissaries who come to collect our dead. That's most fascinating, but they're probably too low down in the hierarchy.
Yes, they are. Well, I'm
Got 15 bonds. You know, ride the number.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to write the number. I'll shut up now.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose it might be in order for you to take a brief look inside my establishment. Only you, mind. I don't know about the rest of them.
Okay. You without the Orc dice there.
Especially not this little thing.
Points at
I have a donation to give.
Shouldn't you be up a eucalyptus tree or something?
That's 2 good buggy gags in the space of half an hour. Right.
I have 5 gold pieces I can give you as a donation if you let me in.
Oh, well, that might change
Things. Give me a charisma persuasion check.
9.
9.
5 gold pieces doesn't go a very long way in the modern.
10 gold
Modern
pieces
world.
then.
Roll advantage. 10 gold pieces.
Okay, there's 15.
Oh, you done it.
Well, I suppose that you could accompany this esteemed priest of the Grey Woodsman. Come in.
And she kind of looks at the rest of you like,
Not you two.
I'd like to come too.
Oh,
This is a priest.
We're-
He will
we're all
look
together.
after the...
oh,
you are also a priest of the Grey Woodsman?
I'm a visiting priest.
Of the Grey
A
Woodsman?
good heat.
Yes, sort of, yes.
Sort of, yes.
In a manner
That
of
sort of
speaking.
thing. Yeah. That general
Let me
area.
just put this 10 gold piece donation away briefly before I consider your case. There we go, that's that money gone. Probably already spent. Oh, the money doesn't go very far nowadays.
You know, I think you probably need another 10 gold pieces just
Any
to...
donation would be most welcome, especially from a visiting priest of somebody who's a bit like the Grey Woodsman.
bit like, yeah, exactly. You see, we pay our way.
give me a charisma persuasion check. I know you're going to do well. At advantage. This whole adventure is just an opportunity.
Lucky it's an advantage.
Rinse you with money.
Only
24. Oh, there we go. You're in. Right, the only other person I haven't taken any money off is Bob.
I just don't say anything and just give her 10 gold pieces.
Well, I suppose it is an unusually cold day for this time of spring. You can come in as well, you large green thingy. It's not very pleasant.
She ushers you inside. It is not nice. In fact, I'd go so far as to say it is actively horrid.
Excellent.
Numerous rickety beds and cots line the walls. It's like a longhouse. It's like a Norse longhouse. Most of the architecture around here is channeling that whole Viking vibe. So there's a big fire pit in the middle and an open funnel chimney in the centre. There's a very, very sickly looking hearth spirit crackling away within the embers, a sort of greenish, sickly flames. Rickety beds and cots line the walls. There's a bed and a desk in one corner. Looks like that's her little workstation. She introduces herself as Furpotia, and she starts taking you round on a little tour. Weird little doctor's rounds, like Dirk Bogarde and James Robertson Justice. You don't know what I'm talking about, do you?
No.
She starts wandering around.
This is one-legged Bill.
You know,
So I'll ask her. I'll ask her questions.
He's got a broken mind.
Has he?
Oh, really? How long have these people been here? How long has Bill been here?
Casemiro over here. He's our longest-lasting occupant.
Right.
she takes you over to this cadaverous elderly person. It's wheezing, and it's basically just a rib cage and a beard.
Oh, lovely.
It's
Casemiro Bumbleweed. He's our longest-lasting.
Casemiro. Sorry,
but-
Casemiro. What?
what did I say?
Bumble.
Casemiro Bumbleweed.
Right.
He is our longest-lasting denizen.
What's he got?
Well, I'm not 100% certain. Every day I think is going to be his last, and it never turns out to be.
So only give me a perception check.
20.
20. Anybody else?
Wrong team.
Oh, I was
22.
check something.
20.
Uncle Buggy, as you're wandering around, you notice that one leg of, not one of the patients, one leg of her desk is sitting over the corner of a sort of discoloured bit of floorboards. You think that you've spotted something out of the ordinary, like a little trapdoor that's very well concealed.
Okay, there's no way of opening this without her noticing. Is it just a single big room?
Yeah, it's a great big room. You would have thought it'd be very difficult to... You'd have to move the desk, which is probably kind of the point. Let me just make a quick roll. She doesn't seem to notice you notice it. She's keeping up her little patter and wandering the rest of the party around the beds, describing each poor occupant and their ailments.
Does someone have a sleep spell?
Prince Zeech is working on a potion, magical potion, that is going to heal all of my occupants. And very soon now, any day now, I'm expecting him to deliver it.
Right.
Any day now, I expect him to visit with
It's the worm.
with the
He's going to give him some worms. Do you think?
Possibly.
A potion with some worms.
Well, he's obviously completely integrated with the Ebon Triad and the whole Age of Worms. He's basically an agent of evil.
Age of what, you say?
Should we just attack her? Is she evil, do you think?
She doesn't seem
Seems a bit
evil.
immoral.
Just go randomly.
Bash her with a flame
She's
chop.
quite scabby, but I wouldn't say that she was scaly.
What would happen if we healed all these people's sessions? Can you do cure disease or something?
How many of them are there?
She looks in alarm at your discussion about that idea.
No. It is my ministrations that is what is needed here, and his great loveliness, Prince Zeech's magical potion. We do not want people interfering in the care of these patients.
I'm gonna bash her with the flat of my blade.
Don't do
What?
that. How?
No, no.
Oh, you can do, yeah.
No.
You get the impression that she feels that you've had your 30 gold pieces worth of tour. You've seen all of the poor patients in all of the beds. You've just about got used to the smell. You feel like your time is up.
Anyway, there we are. We're all done now.
She starts walking towards the door.
Okay, bye.
I wouldn't like...
I'll say
I
thanks
wouldn't
for
like-
coming.
You're welcome to come back next week.
Yeah. See you tomorrow then, shall we?
There's been a misunderstanding.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were going.
It's you that must leave it. It's I that must stay. Oh, it's very amusing.
We like to spread cheer.
Dear. My life is a trial and a veil of tears, but every now and again a little drop of sunshine falls within it.
I'll point at the trapdoor and I'll say, so what's this then? Where does that go?
Oh,
Give me an insight check.
Getting 13.
She genuinely doesn't seem to know about it.
What?
Oh, see,
I don't know.
This is quite
She says
common.
she peers down under her desk.
I see what you mean. There is a little bit of a something. I don't know.
I'll
I don't know.
open
Do you mind if we have a quick look? But, it's
Oh,
fascinating.
it's most irregular.
I'll just.
I'll say, well,
It's
look,
oh,
You can lift it up.
Yeah.
Her protestations are cut off by the fact that a trapdoor opens, revealing a shaft.
I'll say this is quite interesting. This is probably a relic of the Grey Woodsman.
but I never.
Many shrines were created to better commune with our god.
Is that really so? Oh,
Simply must have a look.
that little door must have been there for many years. I've never noticed it. It's quite extraordinary.
She stands and she looks over the edge, looks down.
Oh, it's very dark.
It's brick-lined, this shaft, and there's an iron ladder leading down into the darkness.
I'll push
Probably
back
go down.
This feels wrong, dearie.
I'll climb down.
Oh, I wouldn't do that if I were you. That looks very dangerous.
How far down does it go?
You can climb down a little bit, you can look down. It descends past the extent of your dark vision.
Shall I carry on, guys?
Yeah, I think we should go down.
Yeah.
Are you following?
I'll float down on the sweepstake.
Can I have a lift?
All right, I'll keep going.
Of course, you can have a lift.
And descend as a little group with the wittering of Portia following you down. You can see her scraggly shape silhouetted by the light of the room above you. Down you descend into the darkness, into the unknown depths under the plague house. And we will find out what you find at the bottom of your descent when we pick things up next week.
The Billowing Hill Hilltop podcast is a Billowing Hilltop production. Dungeons & Dragons is a trademark of Wizards of the Coast. The Prince of Red Hand and Age of Worms are copyright Paizo. The Prince of Red Hand was written by Richard Pett. Music is from Kevin MacLeod and Incompetech.com and is used with thanks under the Creative Commons license. Additional music and sound effects come from the wonderful Sirenscape. All other original material is copyright Billowing Hilltop. Role-playing games are all about getting people together, and we use Roll20 as our tabletop, the perfect place to host your game, and Discord to host our chat. Thanks for listening!